Assalamu alaikum student. Dr. Naveed Shahad, your course instructor is here. Today this is our 33rd lecture. In this lecture we will talk about pharmaceutical products of biotechnology. So let's start. What are the biopharmaceuticals? Biological significant compounds like hormones and proteins useful for treatment of a variety of human health disorders. These kind of the products are the biopharmaceuticals product or material. Biopharmaceutical or biotherapeutics or biologicals are the same thing. These biopharmaceuticals are obtained from a biological source and produced through industrial biotechnology. We can make comparison between biological and conventional drugs. Biological drugs, what type of the drugs are biological drugs? Like proteins or carbohydrates based products. These products extracted from a living organism and have complex physicochemical structures, and these are less defined, like macromolecules having size greater than 500 kDa, tertiary structure, location and extent and type of glycosylation, heat and shear sensitive, while conventional drugs are the synthetic organic compounds. They have defined structure, physical and chemical characteristics, like chemical synthesis, micromolecules, and they have a stable structure and function. This is a comparison between biological and conventional drugs. Next is the recombinant human protein. Human proteins can be cloned. How these protein can be cloned? Gene recovered from human genome as genomic DNA or cDNA, then placed this genome into an expression vector using ligation techniques and restriction endonucleases. Student, you should have an idea. Here we will use a specific type of the gene which we want to introduce into the expression vector, and different type of the relevant restriction enzymes can be used, then transform that one plasmid into the bacteria, like E. coli bacteria or bacillus species, grow in batch culture in large industrial scale vats. By this large industrial scale we can get recombinant human proteins in bulk amount. Then these protein can be purified and can avail for the human use. Here is some recombinant proteins approved for human use, and these proteins have nearly $6 billion cost for their synthesis. Protein like factor 8 This protein is a recombinant used for hemophilia A, factor 9 for hemophilia B, tissue plasminogen activator, shortly say TPA, used for acute myocardial infarction. Similarly, insulin for diabetes mellitus, human growth hormones for GH deficiency in children, mostly in case of dwarfism. Next protein is erythropoietin, used for the anemia disorder. DNA is 1. This is for cystic fibrosis, and various interferons, shortly say IFN, used for hepatitis B and C and multiple sclerosis. So these are the different proteins which are synthesized from the different transgenic organism and for different disorders. Different companies were involved in production of these proteins, like Baxter, Bayer, Genetics Institute, GeneTech, Eli Lilly, Nova Nordics. These are different companies. First of all, we will talk about insulin. How insulin can be prepared through the transgenic organism. Insulin, normally made by the pancreatic beta cells, enable cells to take up glucose from bloodstream to use in production of ATP. Insufficient insulin causes diabetes, insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Must inject insulin to avoid physiological complications for the diabetes patient. Cells cannot take up glucose. Insufficient ATP is made, so glucose spills into the urine, then excreted by the kidney. Kidney try to dilute glucose by excreting large amount of water. Before recombinant insulin was available, insulin was obtained from cow and pig pancreas. That was a difficult task. In cow, from bovine, 3 amino acid differences between cow and human insulin protein. In case of pig, 1 amino acid difference is different from the human insulin. Amino acid differences can stimulate allergic responses. So that time cow and pig insulin was very risky for human use due to this allergic response. Therefore, human insulin is preferred, that is 51 amino acids. That's why researchers have to integrate a human insulin gene into the bacteria. Then this insulin available with the name of humulin. Humulin manufactured by the Eli Lilly company. What is the strategy for the insulin production? This is a very simple strategy, as you know, you have already listened or studied about this. First of all, collect the desired gene from the pancreas, which can be synthesize this insulin protein, that is mammalian pro-insulin mRNA. This mRNA then introduced into a vector, suitable vector, pro-insulin. This mRNA converted into the cDNA by the RT-PCR. Then cDNA integrate into the plasmid. This recombinant plasmid was transformed into the bacteria. Then that bacteria can synthesize this protein. Here you should be aware that recombinant plasmid should be a expression vector, because here we want to get expression of insulin gene in the form of insulin protein. This is the overall view of this insulin. In two different vectors, insulin gene A subunit was introduced in one vector, and insulin gene B subunit was introduced into another vector. Then these both vectors were transformed into a different bacteria, and these bacteria start to synthesize insulin A, and in other case insulin B. These are the fusion protein accumulated in the cell. Then after extraction of insulin A and insulin B, these both proteins mix together to form a functional insulin. So here in this case, chain A and chain B will form disulfide bond, and after that this protein will be act as a active insulin. Next is second one is the human growth hormones, which are synthesized or can be produced through the transgenic organism. Human growth hormone promotes overall body growth by increasing amino acids uptake by cells, protein synthesis, and fat utilization for energy. And dwarfism, caused by the insufficient production of human growth hormone by the pituitary gland. Human growth hormone can treat dwarfism to help undersized children reach their normal height and size. In previous method, that is called old method, purification of human growth hormone from cadaver pituitary glands. Cadaver mean here जिसको हम कहते हैं dead body, लाश or dead body. 8 cadavers per year for 8 to 10 years per patient. So it's mean 8 cadavers required for one patient yearly, and it will require for 8 to 10 years. Then you can multiply this number 64, or you can say 80. 64 to 80 cadavers are required for a patient affected with this disease, diabetes. This was very difficult approach and very you can say difficult to manage cadavers. A new method, gene production of our human growth hormone synthesis, like protopin synthesized by the Genentech. Other is Humatropy by the Eli Lilly company. Production of the recombinant human growth hormones. This is almost same approach as previously we discussed for insulin. isolating and constructing human growth hormone cDNA, then constructing expression cassettes with human growth hormone cDNA, insert into a suitable vector, cultivating the recombinant clones in small scale flasks or at the bioreactor, then producing human growth hormone in pilot scale bioreactors, developing large scale purification procedure and process chromatography optimization like affinity chromatography, purification of the recombinant human growth hormone from Chinese hamster ovary cell culture, that is called Chow cell culture, Chinese hamster ovary cell culture, superintended by large scale electrophoresis. Production of the recombinant human growth hormone in usually E. coli as an alternative for using cow cells, which with the advantage that recombinant human growth hormone is secreted into protein-free production media, that is facilitating a more simple purification and avoiding resolvabilizations of inclusion bodies and protein refolding. Third is the erythropoietin EPO. Human erythropoietin is produced in kidney. Erythropoietin is a glycoprotein act on the bone marrow to increase production of the red and white blood cells. Stimuli such as bleeding or moving to high altitudes where oxygen is scarce trigger the release of erythropoietin. This erythropoietin have 165 amino acids in human, widely used in aids for development of the immunity. Then ready to use EPO is epoetin alpha, treatment of anemia due to the chronic renal failure. Other is Apogene. In 1989, recombinant hormone used to alleviate severe anemia that is a complication of many kidney diseases. Other EPO is Neopogene, stimulate stem cells to produce neutrophils and other leukocytes. Next is the factor 8 for hemophilia A. This is abnormal blood clotting in the absence of the factor 8. Before recombinant DNA, factor 8 was obtained from the blood. So in this case, 8,000 pints needed per patient per year. In this case, a risk of transmitting HIV before widespread screening for HIV. So as a result, in 1980s, thousands of the hemophilic were infected with HIV, then developed AIDS. Factor 8 genetic characteristic codes for 2332 amino acids. cDNA obtained from gene sequence and cloned into the hamster kidney cells. Factor 3 protein will be synthesized by this way. E. coli not used because protein needs extensive glycosylation glycosylations factor 8 products approved by FDA with the name of recombinates by the Genetics Institute company and cogenate by the Miles Laboratories. Other is the tissue plasminogen activators TPA. TPA is used to treat coronary thrombosis, that is a thrombolytic agent. TPA is a thrombolytic agent protease that attaches to the blood clots and induce other blood components to break down clots. Plasminogen will break plasmin. Fibrin will degradation of the fibrin. Streptokinase, once used for this purpose, derived from the streptococcal bacteria. It must be delivered to the blood vessel directly. Other is a urokinase, that is alternative but has a risk of hemorrhage. TPA does not compromise blood clotting elsewhere, therefore reduces risk of the internal hemorrhaging transported via circulation to affected area and produced in mammalian cell cultures, not in E. coli. Other protein is the interferons. Alpha and beta cells are induced by double-stranded RNA in the cells infected by the viruses. So interferon bind to the neighboring cells and send a warning signal of the viruses nearby. The neighboring cells protect themselves by producing proteins that inhibit viral replication. Interferons, shortly say IFNs, also activate natural killer cells. Before recombinant DNA, 90,000 pints of the blood needed to purify 1 gram of interferons. So this was very difficult to get 90,000 pints for only 1 gram of interferon. Then in 1980, recombinant alpha interferon was developed. Mammalian cell culture use this decrease the symptom of the hepatitis, decrease spread of the herpes zoster, shrink certain tumors. With the name of Intron by Swiss biotech firm against a particular form of the leukemia and for the genital warts. Beta interferon 1b, licensed in 1993 for multiple sclerosis. Next is the monoclonal antibodies. These are also getting through the recombinant DNA technology. Specific antibodies produced in vitro which can bind to the cytokines, specific substance of the cell, tumor cells. Monoclonal antibodies against cell surface tumor antigens can be used for diagnosis and immunotherapy. Monoclonal antibodies can be conjugated to the toxin or the radioactive isotopes to kill tumor cells, that is, we can say, immunotoxin. Attacking T cells in graft. Monoclonal antibody can be humanized to eliminate hypersensitivity reactions. In case, what kind of the change may be developed? Replace Fc portion of the monoclonal antibody with human Fc portion. Replace FAB which contain the antigen binding sites. Fc and FAB are the regions of the antibodies. Recombinant DNA technologies using cDNA can be employed to cut and splice appropriate regions, followed by the transfection into the myeloma. Cloning antibody gene in the E. coli. These are the steps of the cloning this antibody gene. Extract mRNA from the lymphocytes where this antibody exists. Synthesize cDNA, then amplify H and L chain by PCR. You know, H and L chain is the antibody chain, antibody fragments. Then clone into the vector, 2 gene vector, because H and L chain are using. Then transform in E. coli and overexpress and purify this protein. Next is the DNA vaccines. Numerous animal models are under investigation for the use of DNA vaccine in humans. Malaria, AIDS, herpes, tuberculosis, rotavirus, in childhood diarrhea. Just the DNA coding for the specific component of a disease causing organism in injecting into the body. Saline solution or hypodermic needle, DNA coated gold beads propelled into the body using gene gun. DNA vaccination provide long lived immune response, that is booster not need to maintain immunity. Stable in dried or in solution form. As microbial genomes of the pathogens are sequenced, the sequence information can be used for vaccine design. So student, this is all about pharmaceutical products of biotechnology.